So with that little illustration done and out of the way, why don't we take a quick look and just get a quick glimpse of what it might look like with these units brought much closer together with the buffer plates maybe touching. So here's the A unit body shell. It'll be sitting on the dummy. Alright. We're not going to put them all the way on yet. And here's the B unit body shell. Are you beginning to get an idea of how they will look when they're brought together? Now, of course they could be a little bit further apart, but I like them, and they can be. But I like them a little bit closer together so that they look right. That's my main concern, is to make them look right. Now what I'm going to use to do that is evergreen styrene. I'm using a 40 by 156 thousandths of an inch styrene. I have, there's a myriad of things you can use. You can actually use a piece of brass or something of that nature. I like to use plastic because I like to insulate between the units, although the A unit has got plastic wheels on it. It's not going to really cause any problems. But I just like to use that. I just like to use plastic myself. I'm just funny that way, I guess. And so what I'm going to do is get my scale rule here off of those FEC units, bring it down, and do a, okay, I need to make the drawbar about 4 scale feet long. 4 scale feet would be just under about a ½ inch. And that's how I'm going to start making. Like I had a little mishap with the original drawbar. I went into the house and got another piece of plastic, a little bit larger piece. And of course I made a little bit bigger hole in it, which really does help. Alrighty. Now I'll go ahead and tighten it down so it'll stay straight for the moment, so I can get this thing modified. Alrighty. Let's see. Pencil. Alrighty. Alright. You know, I used to do this all the time years ago, back when, of course, the only F units that you could get were either these or the Stewart. Well, let's see how that works, shall we? It doesn't quite drop right in. I need to ream that hole out a little bit more. Let's see. I just love it when plastic gets onto your tools here. There we go. Get the plastic off. Oh yeah. Okay. That's just about perfect. Even has a little slack action to it. Alrighty. Let's see how she fits. Alright, she worked perfectly. We get an idea of how it looks with the 2 units together here. Okay, there's the A unit. Alright. And the B unit. Oopsie daisy. I forgot to do something here. need to trim off this little screw here. That ought to fix it. Shouldn't use my rail nippers for that, because rail nippers are kind of expensive. I should have just ground it off, but didn't feel like setting that up right at the moment. Okay. Alrighty. Would you say that's a little bit closer together? I would. I think just that alone makes it look about 100% better. And as it travels up and down the railroad, it'll look 1,000% better. Of course, you can paint the drawbar black, and that'll hide it, of course, a little bit. But the units will look a whole lot better. So we're pretty much we're getting pretty close to finished up with it here, and like I said, there's a few things I want to do here. I'm going to get I still got to go to Radio Shack and pick up some parts to be able to power the headlights in here with battery holder and a switch. I've got light bulbs, that's not a problem, but I need another battery holder and a switch. And then we ought to be getting close to now. I want to remove these overhangs, because these overhangs are just totally unprototypical on an F7. This brings us back. This brings us to the end of pretty much of Resurrection 4.3. And so till next time, happy railroading.